Raku fire, a 16th century Japanese process in ceramics where pieces are pulled from the kiln at a peak temperature of around 1800 degrees. It's about cone 06 in ceramics. It's considered low fire, but the process is so aggressive that you get a lot of breakage if you're not careful. Pieces come out. The piece right now is about 1800. It's glowing red hot. I'll be spraying it with a chemical that I don't want anybody to breathe in. I hold my breath, so I hope you don't breathe in as well. It's called ferric chloride. The piece is going to be put into this drum. This drum is going to be put over the top of it. There'll be a starving of the oxygen around the piece, and different colors and crazing and crack patterns develop on the piece as a result of that chamber that it's sitting in. You never get the same result twice, so it's unique to that degree. But here it goes. Any questions, just hold it until I'm finished. But it's pretty hot. See, I wear a pretty heavy protective gear. When I go to this hose to start spraying, please pull back. You can sit there for a second.
Here we have ceramic artist Joseph Woodford at the Celebration of Fine Art, getting ready to pull a hot, fiery pot out of his kiln, which he just told us is at 1800 degrees. So it's kind of a really exciting thing to witness as the piece comes out. We've got a nice crowd here assembled to watch art in progress. So we're all waiting and ready for when he opens up the door. Get a view of our sculpture garden while we wait for Joe to prepare all of his elements that need to go into being ready to take the pot out. And what happens is you have to smother the heat down to a temperature, and that's what causes the chemical to change the color of the ceramic glaze. And as Joe said, nothing ever comes out exactly the same. It's kind of a wait and see. Every day is a new experience. So he's clearing out the space so that he can carefully remove the vessel and transfer it to the drum, where it will be covered with newspaper and then with another steel drum before the color changes. So we're just going to watch as he opens up. You can see a big blast. Whew, if you were here standing with me, you'd feel the heat emitting from the kiln. And Joe will put on some protective gloves along with his other protective gear as he pulls the first very heavy pot out, landing on a concrete basin. And this is certainly an art that takes a lot of faith. You just wait and see what happens, and you don't have a lot of control. Now you can take one of his layers off, and he's going to begin the glazing process. And this is where we want to stand back just a bit.
What is that, Joe?
Back up.
Ferric chloride, okay. Fuming it. Blowing that way, but be careful. Okay.
Just got a little whiff of the
Yeah.
fumes that we're not supposed to be breathing. I'm fine. Alright, and now, whoa, part two. Burying the vessel into the ground to a barrel he has underneath the sand. And then he'll take the tongs and straighten it out. And what he's going to do next, he had to retrieve the glove that fell down. Now he's going to smother the pot with another barrel filled with newspaper. You can see the smoke rising. And this is what begins the transformation process. So we won't really know what this looks like until he takes it off. Joe, how long do you leave the barrel on?
Barrel stays stays on for about 20 minutes, maybe a little bit less than that. But what that does, it allows the bees to cool and to give it the reduction of oxygen that it needs. It's got to be oxygen free.
So that's very important. So we're going to call this a stay tuned for part 2.
We'll come back and
We'll check back later and show you the next video.